Man, stay safe, world. You already know what's going on. We gotta talk about this situation with young money artist Mellow Rackz. She basically got robbed by her Tinder date in Los Angeles today. We gonna get into it, but before we do, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna run this up. So basically, new details basically emerge in the unfortunate situation that happened with Mellow Rackz. In case you didn't know, she's a female rapper from Miami, Florida. She has ties with Young Money. She was Kodak Black's like fiance for one point, apparently, having this nigga fucking like tatted on her and shit like that. But basically, I guess their whole thing sort of fell off, and then she was in LA for the weekend and she was trying to like, I guess, tap in on Tinder with all the young brothers out in LA. And I guess she met someone that she fucked with on Tinder. They started hitting it off, and then she decided that she was trying to go for a date. And on the course of going with that date, she decided to get her security also. And little did she know, when the security like and her pulled up, it was like a whole ass like ambush. They got lined up on some crazy shit, bro. Like, the people jumped out, they robbed her of everything, they pistol whipped her too, they even robbed the security dude too, bro. Like, that's how you know, like, LA is super crazy right now, and they got away with it. So, I feel like another thing that's happening right now, there was actually a report in LA, basically, the LAPD sort of had a report stating that a lot of gangs are recruiting people right now for, like, robbing rich people, basically, because I guess the EDD and everything kind of like fell off on the wayside. But there was like a report that says at least 17 gangs, including sets affiliated with Serenos, Bloods, and Crips, are actively sending gang members to seek targets wearing expensive jewelry, driving luxury cars. And the fact that, like, I guess she is like a rapper right now, she's like super poppin'. She's pretty big, well known, and she fits that criteria of driving like expensive cars, having like a lot of jewelry on. It's just the type of thing that can happen to really anyone. And usually when that type of shit was like happening to people, that was more happening like in an outdoor situations that weren't really like this type of situation, you know? Like, who would have, I mean, anyone would have probably suspected it on Tinder. You know, like, Tinder is probably like super sus. I feel like there's hella probably like serial killers and shit on that app. So anytime you're going like on the internet and meeting people for the first time, I mean, I guess she went with security, so she thought she was gonna be good, but it's like security obviously wasn't securing shit if they fucking like robbed her. I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of security, bro. But you know, like, it's literally been like written in the news that gangs are recruiting people for this type of situation. So I mean, like, it probably was something happening along with that. That sounds like some gang activity, basically having people like lined up, especially out here in LA. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. It definitely sucks that she got pistol whipped and shit, but at least she's like alive. I don't know if she fought back, but at least it didn't get shot or whatever. And it's like probably never worth it to get shot over like material possessions, because then she could have ended up like fucking Pop Smoke or some shit like that. So that's like a good thing. But I mean, I feel like what you gotta do, I mean, I don't know, she was probably like meeting him in some secluded place or some shit. This is why you need to like just think up at like Nobu or something that's like super busy, that people aren't gonna just be like able to just pull up on you and rob you. That should have been like a whole fucking thing there too. But you know, super unfortunate, but it's another lesson learned. LA is not a fucking paradise. It's super easy to get robbed, and when you're like a rapper and people like that, those are like the biggest targets. Like, people don't give a fuck who you are. But if you're driving around with expensive cars and stuff like that, rest assured that people notice that shit and they might fucking follow you, man. This shit has happened like so many times over the last couple years, ever since the pandemic. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Real stay safe shit. You already know what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.